Keith in? Keith!
This is Gloucester Terrace. It's in Newcastle's West End. This is the hardest location to find of all the Get Carter ones. This is where Keith lived. But as you can see now, there's nothing left. He lived in a Victorian setting, a Victorian terraces, which were, when they were built, would have been quite good, but certainly by the late 60s they'd turned into largely flats, and they were demolished. Like the streets, for example, where Frank Carter's brother lives, that was called Frank Street, by the way, an unusual coincidence. They were pulled down just after the film was made, and here also the houses were pulled down just after the films were made. In fact, I think that most of them were even derelict then. And now I found this thanks to the internet. Somebody wrote to me who'd seen some of my other films, and he said, I said that I didn't know where Keith lived, and he said he directed me to a website of someone else who's done exactly the same thing as me, whose name Michael Caine. Michael, I've got your surname wrong. I apologise. I can't remember what it was at the moment, but I will certainly. There's a link below. You can see how this location was discovered. There you go. The hardest Get Carter location of all to find. And not so far from Gloucester Terrace, we have these houses, the end, which are somewhat similar to those which Keith was staying in. So some have survived, although they do appear to be much, not much, but slightly older than Victorian, I would say, beginning of the 20th century. So not everything was lost in West Newcastle. So just at the bottom of where Keith lived, we can see many of the sites of Carter's activities on that day. So looking over the river to Gateshead, you can't see the river because it's down below. But immediately in front we've got Glenda's place there, the big flats, but it was slightly to the left where she was staying. They went in the mid-90s. We've got Trinity Square car park, which went a couple of months ago. It's now the date 11th December 2010. You've got to see in my earlier films, you've got to see that, which I filmed in August. Coburg Place, where he was staying at Las Vegas, is over there in front as well. And here at West Newcastle. Keith is living up there.